morning, Rabbi Isai. Welcome, welcome. Mazal Tov to all the Messiahim. Last night we had an amazing siyum in Bnei Brak. Full house. Hayoim. Tisha ve'esrim yoim shehem arba shavuos v'yoim echad ba'omer la'omer. I'll talk about the siyum in a moment, show you some pictures. This is in Hebrew, but this is a famous person on channel 14. And he says over here that you should join the daf, but he says in Hebrew, he says it quickly. He says sometimes MDY has higher ratings than our show. He says.
ביום שישי זה קורה, מאות אלפי לומדי הדף היומי מסיימים בשעה טובה ומוצלחת את מסכת מנחות, זאת התרגשות גדולה, ולמחרת, בשבת, המונים יתחילו את מסכת חולין, חלק מהם עדיין לא יודעים את זה, אני מעקם כפיות בשידור חי, אתם יושבים בבית, שומעים אותי ואתם לא יודעים שאתם הולכים להתחיל דף אחד, את הדף הראשון של מסכת חולין, ואם תתמידו יום אחרי יום אחרי יום, ממש בערב יום כיפור, תסיימו את מסכת חולין, זה יכול להיות מרגש, ואפליקציית יומי, יש לנו של הרב אלי סטפנסקי, שיש לו רייטינג לפעמים יותר מהתוכנית הזאת, והרבה
אחרי נכתב שיר של יום חולין.
יום מנגל. We gotta get him to come to the shir, this dude. No? Avi, you working on it. Belgium Siyum. Rabbi said the Belgium Siyum. The Muncie Siyum. Staten Island Siyum. Look at that. Wow. Chushev. Borough Park Siyum by Mendy Kaf. We just showed his chevra over there in the Daf Cave. This is in Yiddish. I'll try to. We don't have subtitles. I'll explain. Huh? Borough Park Shir live. Okay. It's a very chashuv daf today. It's the last daf, and it's agadita. It's kishmak. Let me translate a little bit. First of all, a lot of the words he's speaking Yinglish, so a lot of the sentences are in English. He just asks him in the middle. He asks him, "Are you doing it because you want to do the daf, or you want to do Eli Stefansky?" Just Eli Stefansky. If he does something else, if he teaches something else, I go there. But it's interesting to see a real skvera chassid sitting at a booth, trying to grab more people and convince people to learn Torah.
So du bist mal der Booth von Rabbi Eli Stefansky, mal du zwei Square Galat representen.
Two Square Galat.
Zwei Square representen und mehr litvisch gestimmte Magici.
A litvish Magici.
How did you get into Daf Yomi?
That was not in Yiddish.
Beginning of COVID, gepleegd Daf Yomi van Bruches. Bruches Shabbos, mitten Eirem ist Covid ausgebrochen. En ik heb geleerd met Zoom, gezegd de Gabatska samen, gewiss van Zoom, ik zie er mogelijk van Zoom.
See knew about Zoom before COVID.
Ik geleerd maar gewiss van phone 20 met de halve show, it didn't work out.
He used to learn with his Chavriza 20 minutes.
A picture van Eli Stefansky. En zijn poenen hebben again hidden faces, kleine faces.
I'll show you the ad soon. My face had 100 pictures.
They can do it, I can do it. I tried it once, I was hooked.
He tried it once and he was hooked. That's also Yiddish.
Whoever wants can reach out and start along.
How much of it is Daf Yomi versus Eli Stefansky? Meaning, hast du es gut gemacht, dass Daf Yomi und noch was die Gesicht der Magici oder das sieht Eli Stefansky and whatever he learned for this lens?
Great question. The answer is ja, geleerd Eli Stefansky, gerade lernt Daf Yomi.
Gerade he learns.
Anders, musst du mal noch gaan met was lernt. We can leren Zashir. Iedereen vindt wie lang Zashir is. It's 45 minutes. 45 minutes include the joke, the animation, the videos, alles als je daaraan. En als je wilt leren nur de daf as een daf yomi, but Eli Stefansky style, is door option says only the daf, all about the daf. Is nog weer 20 minuten, 18 minuten. 1.5, so mag bringt het op to 16, 15 minuten.
So wie Eli zoekt, it's not about the daf, it's about the
yomi.
This is that he's talking about, where my face was made out of 100 people. Look at this. It says on the ad, join 10,000 plus MDY members. I mean, just on Torah Anytime, it's 10,000. Masechtas Chagiga, this is 4 years ago. Unbelievable. This is a partial view of this. This is 2 halls. They split it in half. Usually, they do 5 chasanas a night at this place. 5 a night. He has 5 halls. We took 2 out of the 5. Look at the types of people. He's a B'nai Braki kind of guy. We try to do a table like this in the middle, split the room in half. That's Elvis. Where's Elvis? You got to throw him out of the chair. That's Aaron. Okay. Today's breakfast is sponsored by Yossi K in honor of my two recruits, David Mockton on his 50th day of the Daf and Benjamin Goldman on his first week. Keep it up. It will change your life. Unimaginably, the more people you recruit, the better your life gets. It's Pesach Sheni today, so you have matzah, we have a lot of stuff. Svir Sa'omer, sponsored the Refuas Hadmor Mevision Shlita. So, a couple of things. I'm not going to remember everything. One thing just popped into my mind. Last night, Hillel Kamiansky, he was the Messiah. He said at his siyum that he had never intended on moving to Eretz Yisrael, and he came to visit his brother, and he came to this year, and eventually he got stuck here, and he loves it, and his parnasa is great. Hashem throws parnasas in different ways. And what did he say? What was his point over there? Oh. Reb Chaim Kanievsky says parnasa ba'aretz. What else did he say? He said another line. And one thing, that was very chashuv. He reminded me that he learns here every single day till 1 o'clock in the afternoon as a chavrusa. So he starts his day like 7. He was already at the shir last night, that's why he's not here. One thing is not a machlokes. He's Mr. Machlokes. That when there's a machlokes in the Gemara, I always look at him. What is it? And he says machlokes. He not only besides all the support that he gives the shir, he is very enthusiastic about bringing people to the shir. He brought many people to the shir. There is a machlokes whether he brought Benny or not. I fight over Benny. But Benny today runs the show here in Eretz Yisrael, and he's the one that's behind the whole siyum through a massive siyum last night. So Yishkoyach Benny. Come sit down. Just nimmst the bill. You have a seat over here. Come, no. All right. What else? And also, I'm very possessive about being Messiah. I'm saying the last words in the Gemara, but yesterday I deferred and gave the covet to Rebbe Yaakov Aronoff, who's a big part of the shir. He's in the koilel. He reminded us that they took a faher on 2,283 daf a couple of weeks ago. As a matter of fact, my chavrusa, Rebbe Yedidya, why are you sitting over there? Sit over there. What's your name? Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. No, sit right over here. This is the seat. This is it. No, come, get over. So you want a little distance. You scared. I get it. I did shower after the siyum lesson. Okay, fine. Where was I? What was I saying? Rebbe Yaakov. So he adds tremendous jokes, stories. Part of the animation now. He gives ideas for the animation. So he did the siyum, the actual siyum. Serious Ha'imers L'Fuas had more vision shlita. Kvaydushes more Rabbi Yisrael ben Leah Esther L'Fuas Shleima. David Dimbert, Mazal Tov, the said Dimbert was making his first siyum with MDY, and he made Sephira watch. MDY Coffee Corner month. I think he does coffee, David, no? Doesn't he sell coffee? Yes. He has coffee. Coffee Corner, but that's not him. Chovedat Tefillah Committee, Dalet Ne'miyat Ha'imei, the Masech is sponsored by the Iranian Levi family's Perik. Anonymous Lili Nishmas Nochem Tzvi ben David Sholhoif. Zechron L'Bracha. Daf Kuf Yud, the famous Daf, last Daf. Anonymous, in memory of my father, Allah Shalom Ruvain ben Rebbe Ephraim Fischel Bleich, Nifter Chof Hei of Tovshin Behei, he's in the Shalom should have an Aliyah. David Salomon, Rabbi Yisai, Masechta sponsors. So today is the last day of the Masechta sponsors. Everybody besides David, who gives this amount probably every month, all these people that I'm about to mention donated $9,000 towards the Masechta. David Salomon, dedicated memory of Avi Meir Reb Shmuel Baruch Ber Chaim Tzvi Dov Zechron L'Vracha. He's still going to be on because he's a corporate sponsor. But these people, I don't know. So I'm saying yishkoyach to them. Thank you for sponsoring an amazing Masechta. Joel Gedalius, Leon Nishmas, my father, Jack Gedalius. Anonymous, Hatzlach Baruch Nizib Gashmis. The Palchik Family Foundation, Zech Nishmas, Rav Agoyin, Reb Shlomo Palchik, the Meshach Tzeilu. Anonymous, Refor Shleim, Lamoshe Ben Izah. Anonymous, for complete refuah shleiman and arichas yomim to Leah bas Esther. Amen. Yisrael Malki. We're so proud of Yaakov Mordechai. Keep steiging. Send the Grossen family, Canvey Island, UK, in honor of Rebelli, who changed my meaning of life. Plan on money. I just remembered. I met you in the airport last time. That's what it was. With your brother. Okay, that's just hit me in the middle of the thing. I don't know. I'm talking about playing that money. I'm thinking about Ostreicher. Yossi, Mark, and Benny, and all the Oiskim, Mitzorchi, MDY. Because Baruch Hu Yishalim Scharam. Ari Simon. Oh, now I remember. You told me it's not for public thing. Oh, it was a great Maisa about the building. I'm not going to say the whole story, but it was Shkocha Pratis. Your father thought he got stuck with something, and at the end it became Ostreicher. Yeah? Okay. Everything, HaKadosh Baruch has a plan and everything. MDY kids, let me concentrate over here for a second. Innovations LLC has a schos, right? Kiva Simcha Ben Feiga, and Rivki Yehuda's Bas Yavachaya. Daily sponsors, Gidon Jaffa. Where is he? Gershom Ben Aaron. On his 21st yard side, his Neshama have an Aliyah. Yisrael Eibowitz, Mazal Tov, Avremi, Zachari, Zevi, Abovitz. That's say Zichri, Zachri. How do you say? Abowitz. I'm finishing the 7th Masechta with Rebelli. Where is he? You see him?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, you know him? Bet Shabbaton. Shachar David, honoring the yard side of his mother, Julie David, Yehudis Frum Bas Yechiel. I have to say Yishkoyach to my Chaverim who sat on the table last night, and they heard the whole shir and they came back. You too. Ari, what are you doing back? You were there at the scene last night?
Part of it, half of the shir.
Second
you started the shir.
You stay for everything that was non-Torah related. There's a guy in Gishmak. We had Nagina singing there. We had a guy in the bass going boom, 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 Gishmak. Michael Fuchs, Emmanuel Shmuel, Moshe Ben Meir, and Chana Bas Meir. Were you there last night? How you talking? Were you there? Yeah, were you there? Shkoyel Shalom Aleichem. Welcome back. Good. Whoever wasn't there should be embarrassed. I'm not going to embarrass you in public.
We'll make it up.
Finally make a siyum here in Eretz Yisrael. Guys, it's not Mishah. Emmanuel Shmuel, Moshe Ben Meir, and Chana Bas Meir Yitzchak. Beth and Mati Friedman in honor of the Hanochas Tefillin of our grandchildren. Gedalia and Nisanel of East Meadow, New York. Mazal Tov. Daily sponsors, Mazal Tov to Zeitlin. Oh, check this out. And they sent in a video. How come it didn't make it? Mark, you got to put it in for them. Slide 14. Got it. Mazal Tov to Zeitlin and Zelig families on being Messiah Menachos. Check this out. Dad Zeitlin, 4th Siyum. Hunter, Spencer, and Carter. Hunter, 7th Siyum. Spencer, 3rd Siyum. Carter, 1st Siyum. We all know these kids with the long hair, the hockey players. Ethan Zelig, 15, 7th Siyum, and his dad, 4th Siyum. Hunter's 14, Spencer's 13, Carter's 11. Let's see what chart did I say it was? This is Spencer, no? That's the older one. I don't know his name. Hunter.
Rabosai, whenever I ask someone why they stopped doing Daf Yomi or why they aren't doing Daf Yomi, they always give me one of 3 excuses. They either say that Daf Yomi just doesn't fit into their lives, they're too busy. Or they say that it's just not enjoyable, it's boring. Or they tell me that it's not real learning, you should be learning Ian instead.
Ian!
But in this video, I'm going to show you guys why all 3 of these answers are completely not true. Well, excuse me, sir? Excuse me? What are you doing right now?
Oh, I'm waking.
No, but what are you doing on your phone there?
Oh, I'm watching Daf Yomi with MDY.
Wow, I mean, that's so cool that you're doing the Daf while biking. And what's your favorite part about
Sits
doing
this on the
Daf Yomi?
outside. Check it out. It's not
I love
normal.
how MDY makes it so fun and enjoyable to watch the Daf.
I mean, that's really cool. But, you could be learning something else right now. You could be inside, or you could just be watching a YouTube video or something right now. But why are you doing the Daf right now?
Well, I wanted to have fun, and why not learn while I can?
That's really cool, guys. This is mamish, a kiss from Hashem. You see here that just as I was mentioning all the excuses that people make not to do the Daf, I happened to walk right past this guy who I've never met in my life. And he's doing Daf Yomi while biking. Wow. Guys, look at what I just found. I just walked into this random
Hockey
room
stick.
in the
Our boy
middle
said the
of
hockey
night,
stick.
and I find him folding his laundry while doing the Daf. I mean, excuse me?
Yeah.
What country is this in that the kids fold laundry? What is this?
11.
And why are you,
He's 11
folding
years
your
old.
laundry and doing the daf when, you could be learning for real?
I had to fold my laundry. Why not learn Torah while doing it?
Wow, that's really amazing. And, you said that you're 11. How are you able to manage doing the daf every day while living a normal life?
I do it whenever I can. Sometimes I do it in the car. I'd rather does it on the bus.
Wow, that must be a really cool brother.
His mother's gonna kill him for taking the video in that room over there.
Excuses. The time and opportunities are there for you to learn the daf with MDY. Learning the daf with MDY is so easy. You could do it on the train, on the bus, in the car, while doing dinner,
Oh, wait a sec.
while doing
I have
laundry.
a Österreicher here. What's your name?
And have some fun.
Shimon Mai over here, the class of the pious, and we have Spencer and Hunter over there. Mordik. It's mamish MDY, should be MDY. And we have Yosef Berman with his gun right over there. Ay, 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 ay.
So, why are we going to keep saying, I can't? Just start dafing.
Gewaldig. Wow. Okay. Hunter is 14 years old. He's the one that did it. Spencer's 13. Carter's 11. He does the daf. Carter's 11 years old, does the daf. Don't judge a book by its cover. These guys know the daf better than all of us. Okay. We're going to start learning Torah here. Yay. 18 minutes in. We are holding in the middle of Daf Kuf Tes on Beis. Have no fear. We are repeating the story, basically, of Chanyai. Beis Chanyai. Was Beis Chanyai the story where Shimon HaTzadik was nifter, and right before he was nifter, he told one of his sons to be the Kohen Gadol. First story is he told the second son to be the Kohen Gadol. The Bechor got jealous and made up a story that we're going to see again. The second version of the story is, no, that it was the first son that was supposed to be the Kohen Gadol, and the second son, the second son, he told the second son to be Kohen Gadol, but he deferred it to the first. He let his older brother be the Kohen Gadol, and the second son got jealous, not the first son. According to the Remeir, the first version of the story, Chanya ran away to Alexandria, and he was being makriv korbanos for Avodah Zarah. According to Rabbi Yehuda, he ran away to Alexandria, but he's makriv korbanos for Hashem. A tremendous nafkamina. Was it for Avodah Zarah, for Hashem? The Gemara finishes off the last line of the story. The Gemara says, "Mazeh shelo yorad lokach, hayer lo alachas kama v'kama." Shimi, who never got the job, he never tasted the kavod, but he wanted it so bad. So somebody already tasted the kavod. Certainly, as the Gemara is going to say later on with Shaul, certainly he's going to have a problem with jealousy. As yesterday, after she was over, Mendy asked me, he says, how does a person who's almost going to be the Kohen Gadol go off and do Avodah Zarah, build a building for Avodah Zarah? He was supposed to be Kohen Gadol 1 minute, and they did. And I told him on the spot, and it's Be'etzim, a story from Rabbi Zilberstein. They said it's a famous, they say it in different variations. You can say it over in the name of Rabbi Zilberstein. He says that there was a kid who decided to take something from his friend in school. He pocketed his friend's toy, and the friend found out, and he went to the Rebbe, and the Rebbe decided to figure out who the Ganav is. And he lined everybody up, and he said, empty out your pockets. And as he was doing it, the kid with the toy, the Ganav, takes the toy and put it in his friend's pocket. So when the time came, the Rebbe came, and he emptied out the wrong Ganav, not the real Ganav, the other kid, and he finds the toy, and he embarrassed him in public, gave him a couple of frasks upon him, and was mavayishim, yelled at him not to steal. The kid said, I never stole, and then he had to apologize. He didn't want to apologize. Then he called up his parents and said, your kid stole, and he refused to apologize. And basically, things went downhill from that point. This guy comes to the Ganav, the real Ganav, comes to Rizal and says, listen, I don't know what to do. I'm about to get engaged, but I can't seal the deal because I found out that this kid that I wronged when we were younger, he's marrying a shiksa. And how could I get married when I caused this to happen? So Rabbi Yitzchak Zilberstein told him that you don't have to worry about it. You were a young kid then. You were 7, 8 years old. It's not your achrayus as much as it's the achrayus of the Rebbe. The Rebbe, what he did to that kid, he has to make a din b'cheshbon. Most times, you could ask the professionals. Most times, when you see a girl that goes off the derech, you see a boy that goes off the derech, most of the times there was some trauma. That's what they say. There's some maisa that happened, or a bunch of maisa, a combination of different things. It's usually not like a normal kid that's functioning and everything is good. It's like, I decided I want to go off the derech. Okay. Maybe even by adults. He's had such a crazy situation where his brother made up a story and his brother wanted to kill him and people are chasing him out of the community, literally, physically wanted to murder him, that a person could go to such depths. Who knows? Omar lo Rabbi Yehuda. So Rabbi Yehuda says to Rameir, Lo kacha yamaisa. That wasn't the story. It's a lot of the details are the same, but there's a little variation that makes a big nafkamina. Ela lo kibel olav chanyoi. When Shimon HaTzadik at his deathbed said the chanyoi should be the kohen gadol, Chanya became an onav, and he shouldn't have, and he said, no, I want my brother. No, medafnish the covet. Let him do it. And then what happened? He felt bad for his older brother. He should have listened to the Galadar. Shimon HaTzadik knew what he was talking about. He chose him for a reason. Don't be smarter than your father. Don't defer it. And he was a tzaddik for the moment, but all of a sudden it hit him. That, wait a minute, this guy's the Galadar. This guy's going to Kodesh HaKadoshim on Yom Kippur. How could I just let that slide? He, after being a tzaddik and deferring to his brother, he's the one that came up with the story and tried to kill his brother. So he told him what was his plan. He put him on some girlish clothing, woman's clothes. He gave him a belt of a woman, something like this maybe. Don't tell me, I don't know. I haven't been by the Rebbes lately. Don't tell me that they're wearing these colors yet. Noch nicht, right? It looks a stick of Rebbe. No. He went to his brothers, the Koyana. Over here, we didn't get to the point yet, but he told him the truth. And they chased him out of there. Traumatic experience. He asked for immunity by the king. Alexandria. Beis Chanya. He built a Beis Chanya in Alexandria. You see those, you notice those cranes in the background? All right, very nice. So, Omar loy boy let me teach you how to do it. On the first day, like everybody knew, he saw his father dressed up like a kohen gadol. But what did it look on the inauguration day? And he put him by the mizbeach. Then he ran to the kohanim. Look at this neder that he promised his wife. That what? He promised his wife, I'm going to wear your clothing in your honor, my wife. No jokes. You don't mess around in the Beis HaMikdash. You want to desecrate the Beis HaMikdash, we're going to kill you. So right before they killed him, he said, listen, let me tell you exactly what happened. My brother, he tricked me, he fooled me into this. It's not me. So they say, okay, so you're the one that was Machal Shem. We're going to kill you. So he ran away. So Chanya ran away. So he went into the king's house. They went there. So Zehu, Zehu. This is the one. This is the one. Alexandria Mizbeach. So he went and he built a Mizbeach. And what does it say here? Rabbi Yisai, different than what Rameir says. V'hela olav l'shem shomayim. His kavanah was l'shem shomayim. Shenemar v'hoya b'yoyim hahu yeh mizbeach l'Hashem b'soich eretz Mitzrayim. What? Over here we're going to sing it. V'hoya b'yoyim hahu v'hoya b'yoyim hahu Toka b'shoy v'gadol Toka b'shoy v'gadol Ibdim mi'eretz hashum Mi'anidachim mi'eretz Mizrayim Ve'hanidachim Mishtagavu l'Hashem ve'arakoinu Shkoyach. I was just told that there's a video. It's not uploaded. Okay, so you'll play it while later on. Okay. V'hoya b'yom hahu yeh mizbeach l'Hashem b'soich eretz Mitzrayim. U'matzeva itzel gvula l'Hashem. It says there'll be mizbeach in Mitzrayim. There'll be matzeva. There'll be l'Hashem. It's going to be for Hashem, not for Avodah Zarah. Okay. Shamu chacham b'davar amru. Chacham did say something about it. U'mazeh shebarach mimeno. Chanya ran away from the covet. He didn't want covet in the beginning. He was a big onav. Kach. Look what happened to him. Hamavakish leirid lo. Alachas kama v'kama. Certainly a person who's searching for the covet. Look what happened to you. Tanya Rabbi Yeshua ben Prachya. Batchila, Koloimer Alei Law, if somebody would tell me, Rabbi Yeshua ben Prachya became the Nasi of the Sanhedrin. The Sanhedrin, 70 G'dayli Olam, they knew 70 languages, knew Kala Torah Kula. They wanted him, if they would ask me to be the leader, I would kill him. I'd put him in front of a lion. I hate covet. What do you want from me? Ata. But today, Koloimer Li Leirid Mimeno, if you try to take it away from me, and he mat the lull of kumkum shechavin. I had a Rebbe in Skver. I told you about this. My Rebbe in Skver. Mamash, you have to listen to the stories again. Can't make faces. Oh, I should have done a shtickle of live demonstration. Reb Ruvain, where's Reb Ruvain? You have some hot water?
Sure.
Without tea is hotter. I want without the tea. No. I'm going to show you, demonstrate. What? It doesn't have the same effect when you don't have the real thing. He's a Rebbe that went through the lager, went through the camps, and he had a thermos on the table, in skver, thermos. Pour a little hot water, and let's say it was you, Shalom Aleichem, what's your name? From? Shalom Aleichem. He'd go right over everybody. Now half of it would spill on the kids in front. Sometimes the kid that was, very rarely the kid that deserved it, or didn't, that he wanted to hit, got it. So I was interviewed by Mishpacha magazine Hebrew yesterday, and the guy who I have what's his name? Nachamal? What? Damin? Damin. Okay, it's going to be in Mishpacha magazine next week. So he told me a murdika maisa from a vart from the Belzerov, which when he said it, I choked up because I thought it was so emes. I don't know why I choked up. Maybe you'll tell me. He says it's coming. The High Savas is coming. I see you're getting nervous. You see this hat? Ich bewunde. That's what he'd say. It's a warning. Mendy, you're on the warning. You better behave. If you look at your watch one more time, you do anything. That's right. Kick it on. Put your finger down. Yeah, Bar Park Square. Not the scare. It was in, but whatever. Scare is much fine. So he asked the kasha. He says, what's the pshat that the guys that came out of the lager, that came out of the Holocaust, they were tzibrochen of people. It was very, very hard and difficult for them to show love to their children. There were people that got up in the middle of the night screaming with nightmares. And you can imagine what it meant to grow up in such a house. Yet, they had deiros, yisharim, and mevayrach. Very rarely do you see that kids went off. And today, when we have so much love and we give so much and we shower our kids and we're better psychologists than them, we understand how to be mechanech better than them, how come there's a lot of tzars in Klal Yisrael, a lot of kids going off? What's the pshat? And he said that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave a bracha to Klal Yisrael because of what Klal Yisrael went through. Bel Zerov was needs refuah shleima now. That for 50 years, the parents, as bad as they are, they're not going to mess up. You get 50 years immunity because of the Holocaust. After that, you're back to being normal. So if you're a regular parent and you mess up, your kids are going to go off. That's what he said. Mardik. But think about it. How crazy these parents were. They weren't 100%. How could they be 100? Okay. Weiter. Is that thing ready? I have a lot of stuff to show. Let's go. We have to finish over here. Sharei Shol Barach Mimeno. Shol. There's a famous line in Hebrew. They say he's a Nechbal HaKelim. Nechbal HaKelim means something that's an honor. It was said about Shol. Nechbal HaKelim. Big honor. He ran away. He didn't want to be king. Kishallah, everybody knows the story. Once he became the king, Bikish Lahargis David. That's it. You want to take it away from me? I'm going to kill you. The Rebbe Yehuda says 5 lines up, that it seems from the pasuk that Beis Chanya was Lashem. So why does Rameir say that it was Avodah Zarah Beis Chanya? He says the Sanya. Something else. This pasuk is referring to something else. It's talking about after the fall of Sancherev. Chizkiah came out and found the sons of the king sitting in golden wagons. He made them make a neder that they're not going to do Avodah Zarah. They're going to be 5 cities in Mitzrayim. They're going to speak Lashon HaKodesh in Mitzrayim. Mamish reminds me of America. Like, you have Monroe, you have Square, you have this. Over there they speak, what do they speak there? Yiddish. Not a word of English, right? Garnished. Venish boys, the speaking Lashon HaKodesh in Mitzrayim. Hoch Alexandria. Reb Chaim Kanievsky would ask people, when they came, he said, "Where's Bet Shemesh?" So they thought, people think like, "Oh, he doesn't know." Say, "Oh, Shemesh, you go. It's like in between Yerushalayim, Bnei Brak. It's like off the." No. Where's Bet Shemesh? That's what he would say. What's the answer? Bet Shemesh is in Egypt. It's in Mitzrayim. Good to know, because we're about to hear some scary stuff about Bet Shemesh. I want to relax. This is going to be Mizbeach. Too bad. He wants to get his money's worth. You know what? If the editors put it in, we'll do it. If not, not. Let's see. The turning of the daf. What a chutzpah's in here. Specialist in international financial services. Chaim Milrad, before Shleima Yimi Rossi, Frad Aleto Vaschano, B'Soy Shar Chol Yisrael. I don't know if that helped your business though. I'm not sure.
One of my employees is here today.
Who? Ah, Shalom Aleichem. What's your name?
Chaim.
Chaim what? Shalom Aleichem. Great. It's the city of destruction. Kimetargim Rav Yosef, Karta, city of Beit Shemesh. It's the city of Beit Shemesh. The Asel of Michrav is going to be destroyed in the future. Is Amar, the Chadim in Hoin, it's one of those cities. So this city, that's the city of destruction, it's going to be destroyed, is talking about, it's one of those 5 cities that we're talking about in Mitzrayim. Listen to the Shimshoi. How do you know the word Heres means Shemesh, sun? The Chsiv HaOmer LaCheres, the Ches and the Hey are interchangeable always. Heres, cheres, ha'omer la'cheres v'liyizroch. He tells the cheres, the sun, and it's not going to shine. Let me just show you this for a second. I showed this last night before the shir here. These are moments of the shir, of Menachos, as we're finishing Menachos. It's kind of long. Maybe I'll stop in the middle.
איזה כיף. להיות בחזרה באמת.
Is it all in Hebrew?
האנרגיה. למסור שיעור בבייסמנט בניו יורק. חבר'ה, אני מאוד מצטער. כל פעם זה בעיה אחרת. זה הבעיה שאנחנו נמצאים מחוץ לארץ.
Who's that guy though?
לא בבייסמנט. תמונות כאלה של ילדים קטנים מאחורה. אני מתחיל את השיעור. ערב טוב, בואי סי, מדבר לעצמי וזה, ומנסה לעשות... כן. פתאום הוא אומר לי, תשמע, אין יוטיוב. תתחיל מההתחלה.
Oh, you remember that day.
יש לי אנרגיה חדשה, וואו, איזה כיף. יש אנשים חיים שרואים את השיעור. אגו, תבוך רבוי סי.
Okay, fine. Look at that. You saw that Yerushalmi guy there.
רבוי סי. עכשיו זה שיעור של האמריקאים. זה היה... מנחם מטה, שוב עליך, איך קוראים לך? אתה כל יום מגיע לאנגלית, למה?
כי החתן שלי הוא בשביל האנגלית, אני זה בשביל...
אני גם בורח מהחתן שלי. מצוין. אז מה למדת?
Oh, here he is. Check this out. This guy comes every single day to the Hebrew shir. Every day. This guy, that's the guy. He came over to me one day. He said, listen, I couldn't make it to the shir. So, what?
You weren't here, you were Chutzlaritz.
No. I'm talking about a day. One day, he had something, he couldn't come. So he drove, that Yerushalmi guy, drove to the base measures, went up and stood by the door for a few moments, and then went back to his car. This is what he told me after. He says, I couldn't. Every day I come to shir, and this day I couldn't. I told my wife I have to go. Don't cry, Noam, don't cry. It's unbelievable. Benny in the car told me, I want that Yerushalmi guy to speak at the next siyum or something. That's what he said. Okay. He's the grandson of Rav Bransdorfer? Yeah. Havi bonai mirachoik uvnoisei miktei haaretz. Havi bonai mirachoik omer avuna elu galuyois shel Bavel shedaitom yusheves aleim kebonim. And don't worry, I mean, he dances with chayalim. He's not a off the derech Yerushalmi, but we ease them in slowly. He's like, no, I said I forced him to do it. And he's like, you're not forcing me. I like it. And he grabbed the guy. This mamish again reminds me of America. I'm not going to say London because of what happened the other day. America, people are calm. It's geschmack. They have big houses. They have nice cars. They're relaxed. They're in Dingolas and they don't even chap. They're there. Everything's gewaldig. They're like men. Men are more calm. What does it mean? My daughters and the other side of the world, other countries, they're not living it up as they're still very fadaigit. They're a little bit more uptight, like women. Did I just say that? Yes. I meant it. Omer Rav Yehuda, Omer Rav.
We're going to become another short.
Oh, Tossi. Listen, 20% of this share, all those numbers, those 45,000, we don't know how many. Who knows? Every day another wife of Rosh Yeshiva tells me, I watch a share together with my husband. No. Omar Rav Bar Rav Yitzchok, Omar Rav Chizda. I told you there's a Rosh Yeshiva in, should I say where? Yeah, what's the difference? The Rosh Yeshiva in Chicago. Rosh Yeshiva in Chicago. I was getting onto the plane and she tells me, she says, I'm sorry, Eli, but I watched somebody else's shir. I said, did you ever watch my shir? She says, no. So I said, okay, so watch my shir now. And so she sits down and it happens that we're sitting, she was across the aisle from me. Disaster. So she starts watching the shir. And all of a sudden she starts laughing out loud. And then the whole flight, anybody that walked by her, you got to try your shir out. You got to try your shir out. She wrote to me later on. Okay, the wife of the Rosh Yeshiva. Rav Yitzchok, Omer Rav Chizda. Shout out to Rebbetzin Friedman. Varilo Rav Yehuda Rav. What? No, that's Rosh Yeshiva. No, not my mother-in-law. The Rosh Yeshiva Skokie. Varilo Rav Yehuda Rav. Mitzor vad kartigne makirnes Yisrael v'savim sheb'shamayim. Mitzor. Today it's Lebanon. From Lebanon till Kartigne, I don't know where that is. They all know Hakadosh Baruch Hu is v'savim sheb'shamayim. No, they say it's not mamish. You can't. We don't know. Umitzor klapi ma'ariv kartigne klapi mizrach. It doesn't fit into this Gemara right over here that it's west, east klapi mizrach. Ei makirnes Yisrael v'lo v'savim sheb'shamayim. Certain parts of the world they don't recognize Hakadosh Baruch Hu. As the Gemara could that be? Eisvei Rav Shimi bar Chia l'Rav. So if you pay attention to the words, Shimi, the son of Chia, to Rav. Chia happened to be Rav's son. So that means Shimi, who's Chia's son, is Rav's grandchild. Shimi asked his grandfather, Rav, the Golador, right? Rav was the Golador in Bavel. Rav. Eisvei Rav Shimi bar Chia l'Rav. Mimizrach shemesh ad mevoya. It says, Mimizrach shemesh, from when the time the sun rises, v'ad mevoya, until it sets. Godol shmi bagoyim. Everybody knows me. My name is great everywhere in all the nations. V'chol mokoyim, muktar, in every place. Muktar, mugosh l'shmi u'minchatayr. So how could it be that there's a place in the world, Hakadosh Baruch Hu, that they don't recognize Hakadosh Baruch Hu in the Yidden? Omar lei, shimiat. So the Pashat Pshat is, we had it already in the Chavtes. What? You're the one that they call Talmud Chacham. But there's a fascinating Rashi here, but it's better in the Rashbam. He continues it. So I'm reading the Rashbam here. Shimiat. Rabbeinu Gershom, I mean. Ato ze Shimi. What? You're Shimi. You're my grandchild. Rav was a tremendous chassid. He wouldn't lift his eyes from the ground. He looked down the entire time out of Anha. It's one of the things that Rav is known for. And then the Rabbeinu Gershom reminds us a scary thing. It's famous, but it's kedai to repeat once in a while. The famous Rav Yosef who got sick, and Abai used to remind him, and Rav Sheshes, the famous Rav Sheshes, Talmidav v'nasu sagin ha'irin. They wanted to be like the Rebbe, not to see anything. So they asked to be blind, and they blinded themselves. They were blind for the rest of their lives, after Rav was nifter. But I saw this. There's a video that went around back in the day of Rabbi Yashiv going to be Menachem Aval. One of his sons was nifter, so he comes in to be Menachem Aval over there, and they introduce his grandchildren or great grandchildren to him. And it's like he never saw them. He has no idea who these people are. Like it's scary. Like I showed it to my wife, a big mistake. Like, she completely didn't understand. Like, what do you mean? I said, the entire day he learns. When his kids got married, he went to the chasana. An hour in, he went home. He went to learn, and the videos of him learning 3 o'clock in the morning. For me, one of the most emotional videos of singing in the clock says 2:30 in the morning, and he's singing away. A person like that, he became Golad Dar from his asmada. And they said, this is your grandchild. This is your whatever. So Rav is saying, you're my grandchild. Shimiyat. That's the second shot in Rashi. He didn't recognize him. He didn't see it. He never saw him.
He knew his name.
Yeah. Why wouldn't he know his name? He heard his name. He's at the bris. He just never saw him. The Kori was probably the Sandik. The Korele, he said, the Korele, Elakah Delakah. That the Goyim, of course, they know what the Rebbeinu Shalom is. And there are people, I spoke to people that have this belief today. Say, listen, I believe that there's somebody, a creator. There's a creator. It's impossible that a human being has 2 eyes that can see over there and ears and everything and the blood clots and all these things. There's a creator. Just what? He doesn't deal with the day-to-day. You know, he delegates it to another God. That's why they believe in what is it called? The whatever, another entity. What? He's so great that he doesn't want to deal with all the little, like the ants on the floor and the birds and the thing and the human beings. That's below him. So that's what he's saying. No, rather they know about the Rebbeinu Shalom, but they don't want to believe that there's Ashgacha Pratis from him and everything. In every place there's a Aktara, there's somebody, there's a carbon. These are the Talmidei Chachamim who learn Torah in every place. Every place, Baruch Hashem, MDY is growing. This year was a big year for the satellite locations. It became huge in the Hebrew. Today, we're starting another 4 locations, one of them in Eilat, which is unbelievable. 4 new locations. In America, it's going stark. Let me show you what the artist did for this. These are people that are learning Torah in all locations. Good morning, Rabbi Sai. Oh, in the future, it's going to be 3D. These are all the locations, all the satellite locations. Look up at the ceiling, guys. Chulin. It's going to get wild there. Bring the daf to life with Maseches Chulin. Chulin. Unless I didn't say chulin. All right. Malin Aleim. All these people learning in all they're learning in all different places around the world. We get the videos in Singapore, in Vietnam, in China. People are learning everywhere. It's as if they're bringing a carbon and they're serving it in my name. Someone that learns Torah, what does it mean? He marries a woman, then he learns Torah. Shira Malois. Hinei Baruch Hu is Hashem, Kol Avdi Hashem. They bless Hashem, all the servants of Hashem. Oim de bebeis Hashem baleilos. Those who stand in the Beis Hamikdash at night. My baleilos. The avodah, the main avodah is during the day. What kind of avodah do we do at night? Omar Rabbi Yochanan. Elu Talmidei Chachamim ma'iskim b'Torah b'laylo. Ma le'aleim akosav ki la'asukim b'avodah. Those who learn Torah at night, it's as if they are doing the avodah. Lo'elam zois al Yisrael. Omer Rav Gidol Omer Rav. Zeh mizbeach bonoi. You hear this crazy. There's a mizbeach that was created. U'michol Sarah Gadol u'michol Hamalach oimed u'makriv olav karban. He's makriv karbanos. What is he being makriv? So there's a wild Taisus over here. U'michol Sarah Gadol oimed u'makriv olav karban. Midrash chalukim. Yesh mishoimer nishmoiseim shel tzadikim. There's no karbanos. He's a malach. So he takes the neshama of a tzaddik and he's makriv on the mizbeach. It's crazy. That's us, Rabbi Isai. We just finished Menachos. It's unbelievable. Right before Menachos started, one of the guys in the kollel who knows Shas, word for word, every single word in Shas, he said, you're going to have a hard time in Menachos. I'm not going to be able to help you out. I don't have any stories for you. I don't have any jokes for you. I have nothing. Menachos is boring. And it turns out that Menachos, we had some of the best videos, it was geschmack. There was some hard days, but there was a lot of geschmack days. There's a lot of gadata, there's a lot of good stuff. And a lot of people got connected stark to Menachos, and we're going to miss it. We're mamish going to miss it. But when you're oisik in Hilchas Avodah, when you're dealing with the Beis HaMikdash, the Avodah of the Beis HaMikdash, Ma'ala alei ma'kosev kilu nivne mikdash b'yameim. There's the famous Gemara, the ArtScroll brings it, that if the Beis HaMikdash is not built in your lifetime, it's as if the Beis HaMikdash was destroyed in your lifetime. Says the Gemara over here, those who learn the halachas of a mincha, what shaykhs do we have to a mincha? When are we ever going to use the mincha? We're not doing a mincha now. We're not shechting korbanos. You're Isaac. You're spending your time learning about the avodah in the Beis HaMikdash. HaKadosh Baruch Hu considers it as if the Beis HaMikdash was built in your day. You don't have to worry. You're not the one that destroyed the Beis HaMikdash. You're the one that built the Beis HaMikdash. The other guy that's not doing the daf, he's the one destroying it. That's why you got to get him in here. It's our achrayus is to get him in. Today is a chance. I'm not saying it's the last chance, but it's a good chance. Call up, make that phone call, put it on your status. I'm telling you, you have no idea. Oy, a guy, it was in Hebrew. Kobe Sella sent me a message at 1 o'clock in the morning. He says a guy came over to him he was crying. His voice was shaking. A guy came over to him to see him and said, listen, you don't know me, but I heard on your status that you should join MDY. You said a bunch of times, and I joined MDY. You changed my life, and here's a bottle of wine. And he said that he was so choked up, he didn't hear the guy's name. And he asked me if I could find out who this guy is. He's choked up. He says, I changed this guy's life, and I don't know who he is. And he came with a bottle of wine. He gave him a gift. Grab Eliyahu Navi. It's not Eliyahu Navi. It's because it's so easy to do. You don't need Eliyahu Navi. You take your phone, and you look at it, and you say, join Chulin. It'll change your life. 22 seconds of your life, press send into your status. Boom, people are going to join. Everybody that's done it, people have joined. Try it out. It's a great chance. We're doing it now. Don't let your friend be the destroyer of the Beis HaMikdash. You like that line, huh? But that's what it is. I don't want to say it, but I don't want to say it. You just said it. One of our favorite videos of Menachos, Kokeli. But the problem is, I told Yoshi, the problem is it's music, and we don't play music during Sfira. He said, not a problem. I'm going to sing it into AI. What a beautiful voice he has. No shaykh is this voice. It's better than the original, I have to say. So, on our way out of Menachos, we dropped him. If you learn Torah, boisa, you learn in the morning, you learn in the evening, kilu hikriv oila, it's mamish as if you makriv oila, mincha, chatas v'asham. Says the Chavetz Chaim, pay attention. Rav Shlokish says that somebody that learns Torah, ki'ilu hikriv oila. Where do we say ki'ilu? Many, many times in Shas say ki'ilu. Somebody who gets angry, kol hakoyes, ki'ilu oived avodah zara. Well, he was oived avodah zara, you could take him and then give him misa? No, it's ki'ilu. So says Rish Lakish, it's not mamish like being makir, but it's close. Kilu. Says Rava, no, I argued. It's not kilu. It's much better than a carbon. This is the Chavetz Chaim. Omer Rava, hay la oila la mincha. Why does it say la oila? It should say oila mincha. La means loy. If you learn Torah, you need tzarech loy oila, v'loy chatas, v'loy mincha. You don't need it. You don't need a carbon. It's better. Torah is better. Once again, you see in Shas over and over and over. Number one thing, Torah. Says the Chavetz Chaim, Avada, if we have a Beis HaMikdash, we yearn for the Beis HaMikdash. And you're not going to be able to tell the Rebbe Shalom, oh, I learned the Daf Gemara, so I don't have to bring a carbon. Carbon is going to be better then. But today, that we don't have it, Torah is more chashiv than a carbon. Omer Rabbi Yitzchak, May Dechsiv, Zois Torah Sachatos, V'zois Torah Sasham, when you learn about Chatos, we just finished learning Menachos, and Chatos, and we learned about all the Karbanos. So it's as if Kilu Hikriv Chatos. Mamish as if This is one of my favorite Mishnayos in Shas. I'm mamish excited to share it with you and to learn it with you. It's a side in life that you can take it to many, many areas. Nemar ba'oilas behema. It says in the Oila, Ishei Reach Nichoyach. It says the same three words 3 times about a behema. U'ba'oilas ha'oif, Ishei Reach Nichoyach. U'bemincha. And the entire Mesechus Menachos, it says, Ishei Reach Nichoyach. Loy malach. This comes to teach you. Echad amarba. Ve'echad amamet. U'bilvad yichaven liboy lashomayim. It's the number one thing in Yiddishkeit. Yiddishkeit is in the head. You have to have kavana. And if you have kavanah, it doesn't matter how much you say. You could say the entire Sefer Tehillim. A lot of people do. They have no idea what they're saying. That is not as good as saying one kapitel Tehillim and focusing on the words and focusing on what you're saying. The halach is brought down in Mishnah Berurah that if you come late to shul, it's better to say a little bit of Psukei de Zimra, say Ashrei, and think about it, than to fly through the whole hoidi and everything, not knowing you're doing. Everything. Rabbi Yisai, it's a yisai that whatever you're doing, because we are so used to doing mitzvahs, we're so used to saying brachas. You take a drink, you have no idea what you just said, no clue. You watch everything is, if you pause for a second and think, it makes it that much better. And there's another beautiful pshat I saw from the Medrash Chuma on this Mishnah. This gives a chizuk to people that are nifter young. Even if you didn't accomplish a lot in your short life, a person who lived very, very short, but he had kavanah when he was learning, he's going to get the same sechar as somebody who lived a very long life. You can say it's not fair. He lived 90 years, and he was learning Torah for 90 years, and this person only 30 years. But if he had kavanah, and I love the line from Rabbi Victor Miller. He says, how do you say it though? I don't want to mess it up. You're allowed to think about the Rebbeinu Shalom even in Mil Shmona Esrei. You're allowed to think about the Rebbeinu Shalom even in Mil Shmona. In other words, we daven Shmona Esrei so many times, and sometimes you don't know how you got there. You're like there, and you have all these beautiful ideas that come out from Shmona Esrei. I'm talking about myself. I have a lot of experience with it. Some of the best ideas. If I maybe I should make a rule. The ideas that come to Shemona Esrei, I'm not going to implement. Then there wouldn't be any MDY. There wouldn't be anything. Omer Reb Zeri Maikro. Where do you see this in the pasuk? Misuka shnas ha'ived. It's so geschmack, the sleep of that person who serves in the Beis Hamikdash. Im ma'at v'im harbe. It doesn't matter if he brings a large carbon, a small carbon. Yoichel, Kadosh Baruch Hu will eat it. Rav Ada Rabba Omar Mahacha. Bervois ha'toiva Rabo Echoleh. With all those toiva, the karbanas, there are many eaters, many koyanim. Umakishon the ba'alav. What advantage does the owner HaKadosh Baruch Hu have? He doesn't care if you brought a lot, you brought a little. Says, but you have to look at the end of the pasuk. It's important. These last words that the Gemara doesn't bring down are the punchline here. Ki imru'us einov. The Rebbeinu Shalom knows the real truth. What's going on here? He knows whether you had kavanah Shemona Esrei. He knows whether you had kavanah before you. A lot of people, they don't even think when they put on the tefillin. It's like such a habit. And they put in the ribbon tams, and on, off. That pause, that 2 seconds. Why am I putting on my tefillin? Why? I want to do Ratzon Hashem. I have a tzivoy. Okay, boom. It's different than, you know what I'm saying? Ru'us, what's the line there? Ki im ru'us einov. It's all about what HaKadosh Baruch Hu sees. Tanya Rabbi Shimon ben Azai. Boy rei maksiv beparshas korbanos. Shli nemer v'hem loy kel v'loy elikim el Hashem. It says the Shem Havaya, which is singular. Shli litem pitzchem pele baldin lachloik. Somebody shouldn't say it's elikim. It's a few. It's many that are enjoying these korbanos. No, it's Hashem. V'nemer b'shar gas. It says by the large animal. Ishei reach nichoach. U'ba'if hadak. Small little bird. The $5,000 cow and the $3 pigeon. It says the same exact lashon. Ishei reach nichoach. In other words, when you give tzedakah, you don't have the ability. You give $10 and the millionaire gives $1 million. If you have kavanah and you say, I'm doing this for Ratzon Hashem, the $10 has chashivas like $1 million. The famous line, Ramaylich said, I think he might have said on this also, I don't know, I remember exactly. It's famous. Say it. Kavanah adds a 0. So if you do a maisa, if you take action and you add kavanah, you add a 0. You add a lot of kavanah, it's another 0. A bunch of zeros, it could get to 1 million. But if you don't take action and you have a lot of kavanah, so it's a bunch of zeros without a 1 in the front. The maisa is the 1. The kavanah is the zeros. There's mamish a maisa shahaya. A guy told his friend, he says, you don't understand what happened this Pesach, Baruch Hashem. I was mechaven by achilas matzah, or the yichudim of the Arizal and the kavanas of the Rashash and the whole thing, this. And then the other guy says, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't go through that whole thing. I just had kavanah because Baruch Hu was mitzaving me to eat. The guy says, Oh, that part I didn't think of. I had everything, all the other kavanas besides that one. Okay. You'll say maybe HaKadosh Baruch Hu needs the karbanos. He needs to eat a little bit. He's hungry. If I'm hungry, I'm not going to tell you. I have the whole. I don't need your karbanos. I have everything. I have all the animals are mine. All the animals in the mountains over there. I know all the birds. Everything that moves is mine. I'm going to eat beef. What do you think? I'm going to drink goat blood. I think this is also a beautiful yisoid. We were learning a lot of yisoids today, but this is so important for us to remember. A lot of times people ask a question. Oh, I have to show this video. Vadai. You hear this a lot. What does Rebbeinu Shalom want from me? I should keep Shabbos, and I should do this, and I should take a lulav. Chacham, you think he needs you? You think he needs your Shabbos? You think he needs your tefillin? He doesn't need your tefillin. He wants you to have tefillin. He wants you to have Shabbos. It's for you, not for him. He's giving it to you. It's mamish like a father and a child. I want you to eat. You think I want you to eat the vegetables? It's for you. To go to school is for you, not for me. It's for you. Chacham. Let's see this video. Which one? English. Here we go. So just to remind the Olam, and I had a lot of Akar Satov last night, Barabim, we had 5 out of our 6 artists. Unbelievable. It's a dream. I can't believe what the Rebbeinu Shalom did for me and for us. Because I had this dream 3-4 years ago that we're going to have a group of people, and I told people, and people said, sugar, artists that work full-time for us and produce beautiful videos every single day. And it's mamish, a dream come true. It's like you can't even believe. The best guys, the most talented guys, people that want advertisements, they call us up. Could you do an ad for us? We can't find such great quality. No, we're working on the daf. We're not here to make money. We're working to make Torah better for other people. Those people came last night to the Siyum together with a bunch of people from the Kollel, including my Rebbe Yedid was there. But where do we come from? 3 years ago, those who were with us, remember, we hired 2 guys, cost of almost $200,000 a year. People said, what are you doing? You're wasting your money. I said, I know. But we got to get there somehow. I don't know how. I didn't know how. I knew where I wanted to go, where MDY has to go, but I didn't know how. We get these guys, and they're doing 3D animation. Every movement, like this. Look at the characters. They're here. It was very, very rough. And they used to tell me, what do you want? Something like this takes a month to do. So, well, no, we need it. It's a Daf Yomi. Kids said they would produce. 2 guys would produce 1 video every 3-4 days. This one is not a bad one. Sometimes it came out a little cringy. Sometimes a little better. This is what it used to be. The step before AI and everything that we have today. Nishlach at all.
To the Mayan Hama'ayim Yeshiva, please.
So this literally 3 days. 2 people. Unbelievable chef and
well done. Do you manage to understand the shir?
It's based on a real guy in Bnei Brak who does the daf 6 times a day. 6 times a day as a taxi driver. He's still alive. He was at the Siyum last night.
You pick up something 12 times? And as for my driving, you see I'm managing just fine. Oh no! Welcome. Both of you are granted the 12th floor in Gan Eden for learning 12 hours a day. What? But how can you compare my studying to his studying? Here in Olam HaEmes, each of you reached your maximum according to the abilities granted by HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And we learned Echod HaMarbe ve'Echod HaMavit u'belvad she'echavei nimoy l'shamayim.
Too late. Rabbi said, when you were watching that, I was watching those kids in the back over there. Their mouths were open, smiling. Schmack. You guys, you kids want this kind of stuff in yeshiva? Should we tell your rabbeim to show it in school? Atem debrim anglit? You want it? Yeah. We'll make it happen. Nah, not gonna happen in this generation. But your kids will have it. All right, so. I think we have to make a siyum here. I forgot. We have to say Kaddish. First I have to finish. It's for your good. Another pshat. Which means l'daitim zivchu. You have to have kavanah. Again, once again, it should be with your intent. What if a guy is playing around with a knife and by mistake he slices an animal's neck? How do you know that it's possible? He didn't have kavanah to do the shchita. He says, "Shenemar v'shachad is ben abakar, shetei shchita l'shem ben bakar." Omar loy zu b'yodenu. So this is last night when Rabbi Yochim gave to see him. He said over here, he said, if you don't remember somebody's name, which it happens to me all the time, he said, you tell the guy, what's your name? So the guy says Moshe. He says, Moshe, I know. I meant, what's your last name? So he says, Orloi, b'yodenu, zu b'yodenu. No, this one I already knew. I just wanted to know the next part. How do you know that you have to start over again? You have to bring another carbon. Rabbi Isai, you could say the siyum with me. Mazal Tov. Everybody together. Hadran Allah Harei Elu Yisaro Inuslik Lo Mesachas Menachos. Hadran Allah Harei Elu Yisaro Inuslik Lo Mesachas Menachos. Hadran Allah Harei Yisaro Inuslik Lo Mesachas Menachos. Hadran Allah Menachos V'Hadran Chalon. Daidan Allah Mesachas Menachos. Daidan Chalon. Lo Yinis Shim Menachos Mesachas Menachos. Lo Yinis Shim Menachos. Lo B'Aman Dem. Lo B'Aman Da'asi. Hadran Allah Mesachas Menachos. Daidan Chalon. Daidan Allah Mesachas Menachos. Daidan Chalon. Lo Yinis Shim Menachos Mesachas Menachos. Lo Yinis Shim Menachos. Lo B'Aman Dem. Lo B'Aman Da'asi. Hadran Allah Mesachas Menachos. Daidan Chalon. Daidan Allah Mesachas Menachos. ודאי תחלון לא יניסי שמנוח מסך ומנוח לא יניסי שמנוח לא בעמדי ולא בעמד עושי רוז מפנח עדינו אלינו בדי עשינו שתתרוז ומנסנו בו למעזב את ימונו לעולם הבא חרים בפאפה רומי בפאפה נחם בפאפה אחוי בפאפה אבא מורי בפאפה רפי בפאפה רוקש בפאפה בסוכר בפאפה עד בפאפה דור בפאפה הרי בנו עדינו אלינו דברי סרוסו בפינו ופי עשי עמך בישראל ונקולונו אנחנו מצטצנו מצטצי עמך בישראל קולונו ידי שמך ובלם ניסו יסך מוי וית חכמנו מצטצך כי לא אילם הילי יהי לי בסום חוקכם למען לא יבויש לא אילם לא ישכח בקודך כיבום חיסוני ברוך אתה עדינוי למדני חוקך אמן 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 צלב ועד מוידם אנחנו בני חדינו יודעים ולעשינו ששמנו חכנו מיושב ביס המדרש ושמנו חכנו מיושב קראנו שאנו משקים והם משקים או משקים דברי תורה והם משקים דברים בתלם או המלם והם המלם או המלם כמה סוחה והם המלם והם כמה סוחה או רוצים והם רוצים או רוצים חיים הבא והם רוצים והם שחס או תוסם והם תוסם שנאמר ואתה לי אם תורידם לבר שחס אנשי דום מירמל יחצי ימין ואני אפתח בוך ירוצם לפניך עדינו אלוהי כשם שאתה נמצא במסכת מנוחס כן תאזין אנחנו מסכת ספרים אחרים ולסיימם ללמוד עולם לשמור לעז כל דברי תלמוד יסר באהבה וזכוז כל התנועים המרואים ותלמיד החכם יעמד לי ולזרי שתומש התויר מפי וביזרי וזר זרי אדוי לו וזכאים בי בסלך תנך איסך בשוך בכל תשמור עליך בקצוי שישיחך כי ביומך ויוסיף לך שנסחיים ויום ממסמר אלוהי שבחובוid אדוני זלמו יתן אדוני יברך אס עמוי והשלוים Vizkadei Shmei Rabo. Mazal Tov. Mazal Tov. Chem Talmidei Chachomim. Ashreichem, 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 Ashreichem Talmidei Chachomim.
Merit the schus of spreading Torah throughout the world. Sponsor a shir today MDYsponsor.com will sponsor at MDYDAF.com.